Peace, family. Welcome to the Melanated Elevation Podcast with your host, Shannon Hemingway, also known as LaRue Heru. And on today's episode, we will be talking about the law of vision. I will be reading a bit from the excerpt, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, and the third law of that is the law of vision. In Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish, but they that keepeth the law, happy are they. Where you have no vision of where you want to go with your life, you will be miserable and fail to achieve a better life. Your vision of the life you would like to experience must be crystal clear in your mind. See the vision in great detail. We must internalize our vision with our senses, know how it looks, feels, smells, sounds, and tastes. But fully expressing your vision through your senses, your feeling nature, you energize it and harmonize with it with the universal force that makes it happen in your life experience. What you recognize, your vision, you energize through thoughts and feelings. And what you energize, you realize through your life experiences. The universal law has two aspects, specificity and imagination. And the Lord answered, write the vision and make it plain upon tablets, that they may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it may tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and it will not tarry. Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 2 and 3. You must be specific about your vision. Write it down clearly and in great detail, that you may execute your plan to realize it. Have faith, and know with assurance that your vision will be realized at the proper time. It will surely happen if you just do not quit. The aspect of specificity is further expressed through your goals. It is far easier to hit a target that you can see versus one that you cannot see. So what is a goal? A goal is the line or a place at which a race or a trip is ended. Goals are the stepping stones that guide you to the vision of who you are, what you are about, and whatever you want to achieve. You can make anything a goal that you would like to accomplish. Once you specifically define your vision of yourself, your better life, you should establish the goals as the specific steps that will lead you to that realization of your vision. Goals provide excellent opportunities to build your self-confidence. When you complete yourself with respect to a particular goal by accomplishing it, you validate your own abilities and increase your self-confidence. As you continue to increase your self-confidence, you will also build up the momentum to tackle more difficult tasks. Develop the habit of being goal-oriented. As your goals are accomplished, you grow and progress towards the vision of life you have for yourself. Where there are no goals to be systematically achieved, your vision of a better life cannot be realized. Now, there are different types of goals, right? And these are broken down into three main categories. You have immediate goals, you have intermediate goals, and you have long-range goals, right? So the immediate goals that are the closest or the nearest or next in order. So these goals are typically accomplished with without a great deal of planning and or effort, and the time frame of the immediate goals can range anywhere from 1 to 30 days, 1 to 60 days, or 1 to 90 days. Things of that nature. So these are the goals that you would tackle first. Then you have intermediate goals, right? Mid-range goals between the immediate and long range. So these goals typically take multiple steps and considerable planning for their completion. It usually takes the completion of a series of immediate goals to accomplish an intermediate goal. Intermediate goals require more consistent and continuous direction in your life. They may be completed in 90 days to 2 years. There are 3 levels of intermediate goals. You have 90 days to 6 months, you have 6 months to a year, and you have 1 year to 3 years. Next, you have your long range goals, right? So these goals take the future into consideration, right? So this is definitely being future oriented, and those who are considered to be visionaries, right? They typically focus on the long-range goals, or at least their immediate goals and their intermediate goals lines up to their long-range goals because it's a long-term vision that they are working to bring into realization. Often these are related to your life's work, career, or professional objectives. Long-range goals require extensive planning, preparation, and execution. They are consistent with and support your life vision on purpose. Your long-range goals are built on a consistent and continuous accomplishment of your immediate and intermediate goals. They may require from 3 years to a lifetime for their completion and accomplishment, right? So there are 3 levels of these long-range goals. So you have 3 to 5 years. And then you have 5 to 10 years. And then you have 10 years to a lifetime to complete that range of that long-term goal. Basically, this is how it is pretty much oriented when it comes to the orchestration of how the relationship of these types of goals may be laid out. So you have immediate goal 1, immediate goal 2, immediate goal 3. Doing these 3 things lead you to your intermediate goal, right? So for example, and then that leads into a long range goal, correct? So let's give a light example, shall we? Okay, so this is going to be from personal experience when it comes to the immediate goal, to the intermediate goal, to the long term or long range goal. And reflecting back on it, this is actually the steps that I took, although I didn't consciously write out, hey, this is going to be the immediate goal, that I need to get to the intermediate goal, that I need to get to the long-term goal. But this is how it all played out. So the first goal would be, okay, first let me learn all of the signs, all of the street signs. Okay, cool. Now the second immediate goal, now it's time to either take the driver's ed class or have someone, a loved one or somebody responsible enough that has a license to help teach them how to drive. So now they're gaining experience behind the wheel. Then the next immediate goal would be to go to a DMV, to where they take the test to acquire their driver's license. And then the intermediate goal is getting the license, correct? But the immediate goals were the steps that they needed to take in order to get their license for the long range goal of getting their car. And so when it comes to the goals, right, the first step towards realizing the vision that you have for yourself is to write it down clearly and in great detail. Choose the goals that will lead you to your vision in accord with the lifestyle and the things that you are good at and the things that you enjoy doing. There are 6 qualities that every goal should have. Number 1, it should be written, committed to, and shared. Second, it should be realistic and attainable. Third, it should be flexible and reflect change. 4, it should be concrete and measurable. 5, it should be extended to cover certain time period. And for the 6th quality, it should be set in advance. And so there are really 2 different types of goals. You have goals in continuity and goals in opposition. Now the goals that are in continuity are logical extensions of your present condition or situation, right? To enhance or overall improve your life. And an example of that would be for a person, a high school graduate, decides to become a surgeon, and so their goal will lead them to becoming a surgeon. And so a quick layout of what that looks like, right? Goal number 1 is to get accepted to college of your choice. Goal number 2 is graduate college with a 3.8 point grade average. Goal number 3 is get accepted to the medical school of your choice. Goal 4, successfully complete the medical school in the top 5% of the class. Goal number 5, get accepted to the hospital residency program of your choice. Goal number 6, successfully complete your medical boards with high top 5% scores. Goal number 7, secure a position with the best surgeon at the hospital of your choice. Now, each of these goals is a reasonable and logical extension of the prior goal. Now, here's an example of goals in opposition. And these are goals that represent a complete change in your current condition or circumstance, right? So these may represent an abrupt change in the direction of your life. An example of a goal in opposition would be after smoking a pack of cigarettes for a day in at least 20 years, you decide today, I'm gonna quit smoking immediately. Just go cold turkey. Now, your stated goal to quit smoking immediately is a goal in opposition because it represents a complete change in what you have been doing for the last 20 years, right? These goals are typically a lot harder to, accomplish and commit to. And so the funny thing about it is our goals have a way of leading us to our purpose, or even more defining our purpose, if you will. Now, there are 7 guidelines for establishing your purpose. And the first one is it must be idealistic. Always strive for the highest and best in all things. See things as they can or should be rather than as they are. It must be visionary. See beyond the horizon. Learn to perceive, remember, accept, and rely on your dreams. Do not be discouraged if your purpose appears to be impossible, impractical, or unrealistic to others. Visions are perceptions of higher states of consciousness. 3, it must be lifelong. Your purpose in life rarely, if ever, changes. However, your perception of it may change depending on your level of consciousness. Your purpose is your life's work, as you perceive it from the moment to moment. It may extend well beyond the boundaries of your lifetime. 4, it may benefit everyone. The continuous realization of your purpose goes far beyond the personal desires of your ego. A purpose centered on self for the sole benefit of self is no purpose at all. It is a personal goal. However, once your purpose goes beyond yourself and your ego, it will necessarily involve other people. 5, it must be challenging. Your purpose should make you stretch to reach your highest potential. It should be a continuous challenge to your faith and to your abilities. Your faith grows stronger as your efforts yield positive results. 6, it must set you on fire. When your purpose sets you on fire, right? You become obsessed with its immediate and continuous realization. Every moment of your life, you can constantly think about it, talk about it, and act on it. The source of this fire from your purpose is your deep desire. Dynamic enthusiasm is the burning fire which stimulates your mental, physical, and psychic powers to the point where they become infectious, contagious, and invincible. Number 7, it must be worthwhile. Your purpose must fulfill a legitimate positive need in the world. A worthwhile purpose attracts the forces of the universe to aid and assist you in its continuous realization. Once you identify and articulate your purpose, write it down. This is your statement to yourself and to the world of where you are going with your life. Right? And imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the whole world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. Right? And so those go into the 7 guidelines when it comes to establishing your purpose. And your purpose is also further defined and established through your goals as well, especially your long-term goals. And so to give a brief summary over the law of vision is it requires that you have a crystal clear picture in your mind of what you want to be, do, and have. When this picture, your vision, is fully internalized through your senses, it begins to manifest in your life experience. By writing down your vision clearly and in great detail, you can analyze it, dissect it, and break it down into identifiable goals. Each goal has 6 qualities which facilitate its attainment. As you review your long-range goals, your life purpose reveals itself. What do you want your life to stand for? What contributions will you make to the world? These are questions that help guide you to your life purpose. The 7 guidelines for establishing your purpose become your roadmap to immortality. Your power of imagination is a critical tool in developing your creativity. It permits you to see beyond the appearances of your present reality to the possibilities of who and what you may become. Both your creativity and your imagination may be developed, refined, and expanded virtually without limitation. So family, having a vision is imperative. Without vision, we lack direction. And without direction, we go anywhere. We can end up anywhere we don't want to be. And never rarely do we end up where we truly want to be. It is easy to get led astray. and become a puppet of somebody else's plan that they have for your life versus the plan that you have for your life, right? So this is something to continue to think about and formulate in our minds, right? On a day-to-day basis. It should be a bit more clearer, just a bit more clearer, day by day. Even if you don't have it all figured out right now, the purpose is to apply continuous effort to further define your vision and your purpose and your goals, right? Because as you define your goals and what you would like to do, and from the immediate, intermediate to your long term, your purpose will find itself within that. And if you already are aware of what your purpose is or have an idea of that, plan your goals around what you would like to achieve through that purpose. And so there is this philosophical question, right, that is asked of oneself to help us define what would be our purpose. And the question is, what is something that you would do, that you love to do, that you would continue to do, even if you never got paid for it? What is something that you love to do and will continue to do, even if you never got paid for it? Typically, our purpose lies within that arena. If we just take the time to understand that it's all perspective, it's all perception, and as long as we can see the silver lining, right, through our trials and tribulations, and mind you, a lot of the times our purpose finds a way of giving us opportunities to fulfill itself through those moments of darkness as well, right? Whether that comes to, if a person grew up in, harsh environments and they're in a space to where they have the opportunity, right, to be the opposite of what they endured for those that are in a particular environment. So they can choose to exert the light and the positivity and just any of the other uplifting attributes that are opposite to what they may have experienced in similar moments in the past due to their experiences. And so saying that to say, every day we're given an opportunity to fulfill our purpose. Every day we're given an opportunity to walk in our purpose. Every day we're given an opportunity to be purposeful. And so take advantage of that. Do the most with that. And take your time. So, on that note, peace, love, and elevation. Continue to rise above those limitations that we face on a daily basis. And mind you, anything that is considered to be limiting is truly from a place of perception, right? Something that is limiting to one individual can be the thing that is fulfilling for the next person who sees the opportunities within the struggle, right? Who sees the answer looking at the equation. So rise to your power and walk in your greatness, family. Ashe.